Listen to stories, appreciate idioms. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Encountering Idioms. I'm 子曰. Today, the idiom we are going to encounter is 一箭双雕. Let's break it down and read it slowly. 一箭双雕，一箭双雕，一箭双雕。The literal meaning of 一箭双雕 is that one arrow hits two flying eagles. Now it is used metaphorically to describe achieving two goals with one action. The idiom 一箭双雕 first appeared in the book 北史长孙晟传. The original text states, 常有二雕飞而争肉，因以见两只羽胜，请摄取之。胜驰往，欲雕相决，遂一发双冠焉。This phrase means that they saw two eagles fighting over a piece of meat, so they gave Zhang Sunsheng two arrows to shoot the eagles. Zhang Sunsheng ran over and saw the two eagles fighting over the meat, and he was able to hit both eagles with one arrow. The story goes like this. In the late period of the northern Zhou dynasty, there was a man named Zhang Sunsheng from Luoyang. Although he didn't study much, he had exceptional intelligence and martial arts skills. His swordsmanship was precise, and when he was young, he often went hunting with his companions on horseback, and no one could match him. When Zhang Sunsheng was 18 years old, he became a junior official called Siwei Shengshi. Because of his low position, no one took him seriously. One day, Yang Jian, the Duke of Sui, saw him, and after a short conversation, Yang Jian was very fond of Zhang Sunsheng. Yang Jian said that Zhang Sunsheng was an outstanding warrior with great intelligence and would surely become a famous general in the future. At that time, the leader of the Turkic nomads in the north, Shi Tu, had friendly relations with the northern Zhou dynasty. In order to show off their strengths, both sides selected brave and powerful people as envoys when they exchanged visits. Shi Tu was arrogant and never paid attention to the envoys of the northern Zhou dynasty. One year, Zhang Sunsheng was ordered to accompany the envoy Yuan Shenqing to visit the Turkic nomads. Shi Tu saw Zhang Sunsheng and was immediately impressed, so he asked Yuan Shenqing to let Zhang Sunsheng stay. After that, every time Shi Tu went hunting, he always took Zhang Sunsheng with him. A whole year passed, but Shi Tu still didn't let Zhang Sunsheng go back to northern Zhou. One day, Shi Tu was taking a walk in front of his tent when he suddenly saw two eagles circling and fighting over a piece of meat in the air. He immediately called for two arrows and handed them to Zhang Sunsheng, saying, "Please shoot down these two big eagles for me." Zhang Sunsheng took the arrows and mounted his horse. He gradually approached the two big eagles, raised his bow and arrow, turned his hands along with the eagle's movements, and suddenly shot an arrow. Because of his extraordinary strength, the arrow went through both eagles at once. Shi Tu had a younger brother named Luo Ho, who had a deep conflict with him, so Luoho wanted to use Zhang Sunsheng's power to oppose Shi Tuesday. Luoho secretly sent people to befriend Zhang Sunsheng. Zhang Sunsheng took advantage of this opportunity to frequently go hunting with Luoho. During these hunts, Zhang Sunsheng carefully observed the terrain of the Turkic nomads' territory and also learned about the strengths and weaknesses of various tribes' military forces. In the year 581 AD, Yang Jian, Duke of Sui, seized the political power of the northern Zhou dynasty and established the Sui dynasty, known as Emperor Sui I. When Shi Tu, the leader of several tribes, learned of this news, he united with other tribal leaders and launched an attack against the Sui dynasty in an attempt to avenge the northern Zhou. However, Zhang Sunsheng had already returned to the Sui dynasty and was highly valued by Emperor Sui I. He was well aware of the internal struggles and mutual distrust among the Turkic tribal leaders, so he wrote a report to Emperor Sui I, advising him to use the method of dividing and isolating the Turkic tribes. Emperor Sui I adopted his advice. Shi Tu indeed began attacking other leaders and quickly withdrew his troops. In 600 AD, the Turks again gathered their army and prepared to fight against the Sui dynasty. Zhang Sunsheng was ordered to lead the army with Prince Yang Guang to confront the Turkic army at Mount Dajin. When the Turkic leader saw that it was Zhang Sunsheng, he fled without fighting. Zhang Sunsheng easily won the battle. After the battle, Yang Guang held a banquet to celebrate Zhang Sunsheng's victory. At the banquet, an official told Yang Guang, "The people in Turkic territory are very afraid when they hear Zhang Sunsheng's name. They say his bow sounds like thunder and his horse is like lightning." Yang Guang was happy to hear this and laughed, saying, "Zhang Sunsheng's reputation is truly remarkable." In this story, the highly skilled warrior Zhang Sunsheng 一箭双雕 was able to gain the admiration of the Turkic people with his remarkable abilities. There is also a story that goes like this. During the Three Kingdoms period, there was a famous general in Shu Han named Zhang Fei. At that time, Shu Han and Dongwu joined forces to resist Wei, and Zhang Fei led his army to engage in a fierce battle with Wei. One day, Zhang Fei saw 2 sentries guarding at a high place in the enemy camp, so he picked up his bow and arrow and shot an arrow at the 2 sentries. The arrow had great power and flew very fast, hitting the 2 sentries directly. This not only took out 2 Wei sentries but also made Wei realize Zhang Fei's power. Zhang Fei's ability to shoot 2 birds with 1 stone greatly boosted the morale of the Shu Han soldiers and also improved their chances of winning the battle. In this story, Zhang Fei killed 2 sentries with 1 arrow, which is also called 一箭双雕. These are the 2 stories. Next, let's review the idiom we encountered today. 一箭双雕. 一箭双雕. Finally, let's use 一箭双雕 to make a sentence. 天 跳舞是件一箭双雕的事情，既可以锻炼身体，又可以学习的舞蹈技术。跳舞是件一箭双雕的事情，既可以锻炼身体，又可以学习的舞蹈技术。That's all for today's Encountering Idioms. If you like it, please like and subscribe. See you next time.